Oh, Sabbath pussy. Good. God, I'm about to have a discussion with my friends over here. Why are you guys so rude? No, shoot the light order. Hi, ho everyone, my name's Mr. Fruit, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, the sun isn't really working with me here yet. My bad side, you know, not the best lighting, but that's okay. Because in today's video, we're gonna see both sides of the light-ish, kind of. But we're gonna have a kumbaya powwow. Let's talk Destiny 2, the state of it, and the state of the community. Hopefully you stick through it all. A little bit of rambling. I have trouble staying on topic. But just know I love you. I support you. Most importantly, I value you. Is my equipment good? Oh, jeez. I kind of just threw this fit together randomly. Yeah, I mean, it's just really the exotic that's different. I don't know, what do you guys think of the new season pass, like, ball ornaments? Anyway, just like always, I need to play some battlegrounds to get some risen umbral energy so I can get a guaranteed deep sight weapon before the reset, which is in about an hour, because I've been procrastinating and I've been doing a whole bunch. That's not Destiny. Yeah, that's what we're here to talk about. Isn't that going to be lovely? Gather around the campfire. The proverbial metaphorical campfire. I don't have one for all of us. Sorry. I do have one. Actually, it's right over there. It's behind freaking guy here. Look, there. What the fuck? There it is. It's not on, but it does function. I never use it because I'm already hot. I have an AC indoor unit literally right above me, just blowing on my face right now. Quick little post edit here. Didn't realize this until I started editing everything. Something happened. So my gameplay was dropping a whole bunch of frames. Apologies ahead of that, and normally I would just scrap the video. However, this video is more about the rambling commentary. And while I ramble a whole bunch, and you know, I kind of have thoughts everywhere, I think it's important for some people to hear. Whether you play Destiny 2 or any game, or frankly, you're just a human. Unless you're a dog on the internet, you know, then click away. That makes sense. Hopefully you still enjoy, and if the frames dropping are too much for you, you can just click into something else, do something else while you just listen. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, trying to talk and both play this Battlegrounds without being absolute daddy for my friends here is gonna be a tall task. Yo, check this out though. Freaking adding the invisible void thing, but mwah, chef's kiss, dude. So before you all get your knickers in a twist, okay? Your doodads, your twins, all in the wrong positions because of the things I'm going to talk about. You know, let's have a civil discussion. Actually, I am having discourse with myself and you are listening, but I can read the comments after the fact to see what you guys are thinking. It's a one-way street right now, so bear with me. Oh, fudge, I forgot we got a freaking... I need to get the light hoarder. Yo, get out of my way. Jesus. Freaking. Oh, fudge, it's match game. Wait, but this is why I have the arbalest. Okay, all right. I need to kill the light boner for risen umbral energy, but freaking everything hurts. I want to go home. God, I'm about to have a discussion with my friends over here. Why are you guys so rude? No, shoot the light order. Get him. Get him. Jesus. What is this dude made out of? Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. Raid boss down. Great stuff, guys. So anyway, like I was saying, right, we're civil here. We're civil. We can just have a discussion. We can prove to people that those still exist, you know, and we don't all rule ourselves by emotion. Destiny is in a state right now. Ooh. Oh, here it comes. Yes, that's the take. It is in a state. Now, what state is it in? Well, that's entirely up to you. I think it's in a stale state, which is not a bad thing. In fact, I've gotten a lot of gameplay out of Destiny 2 in the recent, 2 months or whatever. But here's a problem. There's always discourse, and people are complaining one way or the other. People are complaining that too many people are complaining. People are complaining they don't like the game. People are complaining about people complaining about people complaining about the game. Well, they're not complaining they like the game. But you understand what I'm saying. Lots of opinions, and Destiny, among others, there's always people saying, oh, I like this, I don't like that. Especially when it comes to content creators. You know, if you go on Destiny Reddit, you would think everybody just has a personal experience and reason to hate every Destiny content creator. It's like, what did they ever do to you? Nobody considers me a Destiny content creator anymore, so I'm in the clear. So maybe unban me from the subreddit. See, I can't trying to do all this and actually, normally I'm talking nonsense, so there's no real set discourse. It's just kind of free form. Why is this dude's tanky so much again? I can't. It still feels like a glitch. I'm dead. All right. This is my moment. Come on. This doesn't make any sense, man. Just freaking whack him, dude. There we go. Whack him. Give it to me. I spawn ammo for us. That's it. Anywho, as is all the time Destiny, you'll start to see an amount of creators start complaining that the game is stale or the game's in a bad place, blah, blah, blah. And I think there's merit to it all, and everybody can have their own opinions. But a lot of people let those opinions influence their opinions. And I understand that. I can fall in the same trap. Normally, like, if I enjoy a game, this is going to sound weird, but 9 times out of 10, if I enjoy a game, I don't go looking for subreddits, communities, videos discussing it, because I will enter a subreddit for a game loving that game. Give me 20 minutes and I'll leave that subreddit hating the game. That's just how it works. Even myself, when I'm like, oh, I shouldn't let people's opinion. It's so easy, specifically to let negativity wear on you. So I understand people where it's like, you know, I don't like listening to that stuff because it bums me out. For me, however, Destiny 2 is stale for me. But here's the crazy thing. I'm not beholden to Destiny. Hey, new channel, variety, baby, Mr. Fruit Plays. Check it out, having tons of fun with the content. Frankly, making some of the best stuff I think I ever have, including like a really recent video. Sorry, you know, a little self-promo. But seriously, go check it out if you like variety. This channel's FPS, if you want to stick around for that. But that's part of what I'm here to talk about. For me, if I'm not enjoying a game, I stop playing it. Crazy, I know. But I guess, you know, after playing Destiny for 8 years or whatever, that I've realized what the game is to me, and how I most enjoy Destiny. And I enjoy Destiny in short, violent, furious, unhealthy bursts. Does that make sense? To be fair, that's how I enjoy most of my video games. So I like to come in when there's tons of stuff to do, knock it all out, and then take a break. Be like, okay, cool, I'll see you guys soon. I'll be back. But I feel like so many people feel like they can't juggle different games. And again, if you're one of those people who doesn't, that makes sense. But so for me, when Destiny's in that state, I'm like, yeah, well, I just go play something else. And I think the reason you see a lot of content creators complain about it is because for a lot of those content creators, one, they're in the same boat. They love the game, and they want to be able to play it more. Secondly, it's because it's their job. So when, to them, the game is more stale or there's not as much to do, it's harder for them to make good content. And so they complain. And I totally get that. And I think that's what some people fail to see. But there's also so many different varying viewpoints on this thing. You know, some people are bored of the game because there's nothing to do. Some people are bored of the game or think there's nothing to do. Some people are bored of the game because they have done everything. Some people are bored because they want to know life this game like an MMO, but the reality is it's not quite an MMO. One of my favorite things was I went to a Bungie reveal for DLC back in, I think, early D2, when they were like Curse of Osiris or something. And when Deej was still working there as community manager, this was noticeably after I stopped becoming like a Destiny content creator. And even at some point, you know, like I wasn't really uploading like any Destiny at all, frankly. And I went there and I played it. And then when I was about to leave, Deej took me aside and said like, hey man, still love what you do. And I appreciate how you go about making content. Because Deej always commented this to new players, community, all this kind of stuff. And it was met with, you know, varying degrees of agreeance and whatnot, which is fair. But to him, it was always like, Destiny is a game meant to be something for everybody, but it's also a game where it's totally fine for you to put it down for a set amount of time and come back. We understand. And I think part of that problem is a lot of people have misinterpreted, or frankly, I don't know if there's much to misinterpret, just never really got a clear indication of what Bungie wants your relationship with Destiny to be, because at some points in its life, it feels like they want you to log in every day and do things. And at other points, it's like, I think they just want me to log on for a week and then log off and come back in a couple months. But that was Deej's approach always. And so he said, like, hey man, he's like, just know that I respect it, I appreciate it. You know, whenever you enjoy the game, you come back. And when you don't enjoy it or whatever, you just leave it alone. Something to that effect. And the point was like, I like what you do, I respect what you're doing. And just because, you know, you start on Destiny doesn't mean you're beholden to it, essentially, is what he was saying. I was like, thanks, Deej. He's a very nice guy. Always had great interactions with him. I know he's, Jesus Christ, working on with the company for that new Rumbleverse game. But yeah, I hope he's well. So once I start talking, I go on autopilot, and there are some things that are okay to autopilot, and this right here might not be one of them, because I'm slowly running around killing acolytes when, you know, the aspect of Savathosi is trying to kill me. Not my best moment. Speaking of Savathosi, point is, that's how I approach the game. And I had problems with that early on, especially like Destiny 1, because I was like, I want to grind, blah, blah, blah. And I think I just had or wanted to have a different idea of what Destiny would look like. But the reality is, the relationship I have with it, play here, stop playing there, play different games. I am both lucky and cursed to enjoy practically all types of games. The problem with that is I can't stick to one game, which is noticeably why when Destiny first started popping off, I immediately tried to transition slowly into variety and eventually got there, I would say. Because I was like, I'm having fun with Destiny right now. I'm having fun with this content right now. But I also know myself, and I'm like, hey, this might be cool right now, but I guarantee you 3, 4, 6, a year down the road, I'm going to be like, Jesus, I want to do something else. And that's what it is. It's a blessing and a curse. I play everything, but I can't stick to anything. And, you know, speaking career-wise, it'd probably be better if I could stick to one thing, because that's the way channels and viewers and stuff is trending. People like people who do one thing. They like to know what to expect, which is why I wanted to at least try and condense this channel down to FPS only, rather than the entirety of games. And then even more, once we have some main games, you'll see a lot more of those specifically. Like D2, when I'm enjoying D2. Overwatch 2 beta, PvP beta here real soon. You're going to see tons of stuff on that. Like Gundam Evolution, you saw some videos there. It didn't do crazy, the videos, but like, you know, I'm enjoying it. It's an FPS, so heck, brother, I'm going to post some. I'm going to grab this stuff while I'm thinking about, hold up, man. Wow, that's garbage. Fudge! Oh, okay, I got some more. I was about to say, okay, how much? Oh my, I need one more Risen Umbral Energy, brother. Fudge. Okay, we go again. I'm sure you're like, Mr. Fruit, stop talking. All right, quit being reasonable. All right, I don't want to hear this right now. So what I'm going to say is, if you enjoy Destiny, enjoy Destiny. Don't let other people poop on your parade. I know for a lot of you that's the case. And if you disagree with those people and you think Destiny is boring or not in a great place, then that's fine. You can also do that. When people who really love something explain why they don't love something anymore, those are opinions you should listen to, whether or not you agree with them. Because 9 times out of 10, the vocal people letting Bungie or the community know what they agree or don't agree with is coming from a place with good intentions. Because when you love something, you want to see it succeed. You want to see it be what you want to. And for some people, you know, that's different. If some people had their way, PvP would be deleted from the game. Some people had their way, you know, casuals could never get so-and-so weapons, blah, 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 blah. That's what I'm saying. There's players out there for everywhere, and bless Bungie's heart, I feel for him, having to deal with all that different stuff. Listen to all those different opinions. I don't know how they do it. I'm a people pleaser. So when I started, I was like, I want everybody to like my videos, and everybody has to agree, and I don't want to make nobody angry or offended or not enjoy my content. And I realized that's literally impossible, because nobody, there's nothing in this world, nothing that everyone will agree on. Literally doesn't matter. You know, I don't know, just get me demonetized. I don't know why I would. It's just, but it's like, I'd be like, Hitler was wrong. I can already tell you there are people out in the world that'd be like, nah, you're gonna find something out there for everybody. And so I think it's just a good reminder that, I don't know, I said Hitler, and then I was worried I was going to get demonetized, and I totally lost track. Because odds are, a lot of the time, too, what ends up happening is somebody is a little snappy, aggressive, judgmental, and then the other person becomes defensive, so on and so forth. But let's breed some positivity, all right? Fight negativity with positivity, and you'll be surprised a lot of the time. People will be reasonable. They'll calm down and be like, oh, wait, this person's being civil, reasonable, well-tempered, and that's how we can continue these discussions. Because at the end of the day, this is the whole point. All these discussions coming out, and this will always happen in Destiny. Whether a new DLC just came out and people are saying it's good or bad. It's in between seasons or DLCs, and people are like, game's boring, game's not. So much to do, nothing to do, blah, 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 blah. They're all valid opinions. Some are right, some are wrong. Yeah, mine are right, yours are wrong. No. See, that's the problem we run into. I jest, but some people don't. They're like, yeah, I hear you, but you're wrong. You know, let me put it this way. Even if, like, I'm enjoying a game, right? Even as me, and I go on Twitch or something, and I'm like, ooh, I want to see who's streaming this and what they think. And then I turn on the stream. It's, you know, the streamer, all the comments are just like, it sucks. Oh, this is so bad. How, blah, blah, dead game, blah, blah. You know what? I think to myself, that's fair. They can have their opinion. I disagree, and I also don't have to hear it. Because in this case, you know, we're not at some political candidacy. The point is, we didn't sit down to discuss our opinions with each other. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, hey, I don't agree with these opinions. And I hear them, but I also don't want to listen to them. I don't know. What is my point? Like, right now, I'm not enjoying Destiny. Or, like, even, like, Overwatch 1, you know? I feel bad for people watching who still play it. Because, like, I know I, like, dunk on it all the time. But, like, hey, if you're still playing that and you're still enjoying it, more power to you. That's just how I feel about the game right now. And so I understand some people might have the same opinion and reaction to me when I talk about certain stuff. And I know that's how it was with, like, the Dream Team. And, like, Rob would just complain all the time. It's kind of why we, like, dialed it back. Because, you know, nobody was really having fun, I think. But some people are like, hey, I hear that. I'm enjoying the game. And I just don't really want to, like, listen to you guys dunk on X or Y. So, like, respectfully, I'm just not going to watch it. That's fine. I totally get that. I wish you'd say, come back. Was it me? Well, evident. Yes, it was. Baby, come. I just realized I'm suppressor. I'm supposed to be on Vortex Nade this entire time. I just now realized that. I've been talking out my butt for too long. So, like, you know, getting more to the nitty gritty about Destiny 2. Where are we looking? What are we thinking? I think Witch Queen was fantastic. And it was a really solid, like, 3 weeks. And then we just kind of, like, we rubber banded back to where Destiny had been, where it's, you know, it's a little slow, little quiet. And that's fine. I'm excited for Season 17. From what I've heard, sounds like, you know, Bungie is really happy. They're saying it's like the best work they've ever done, and really impressed with everyone. So I'm really excited to see what happens. And that's it. I'll hop back in when there's stuff to do. But I have a little bit of leeway there. But some of your content creators feel trapped. You know, they feel like an animal trapped in a corner. They're going to have a feral reaction. And so when they're in this spot, feeling like I do, except for them, they feel like they can't do anything else. That's how they react. And to be fair, you know, it's a hard viewpoint sometimes to understand. A lot of people are still under the assumption, you know what, like 12 years later of, you know, YouTube content creation able to be like a full-time job, where it's just like, you just play video games, dude. Your job's not hard. And that's a whole other bucket of worms, apples to apples. But every job comes with pros and cons, and that's just what it is, you know? My favorite thing was, like, I wouldn't make Destiny videos for a while, come back when there was stuff to do, and I'd always get stuff like, bro, we don't want you, dude. You abandon us. You're not a Destiny player. You've only played X with. What are we gatekeeping right here, man? Like, what? But it's like, unless I only play this game, I can't be considered a Destiny player or content creator. I don't know, man. There's plenty of content on this channel and the variety channel as well that might introduce you to some games you didn't know about, but you want to check out. Another super great, shameless plug, seamless, impeccable. How does he do it? You know, I ask myself that every day. Oh, Sabbath pussy. Good. Next season, do we get Arc 3.0? When does that happen? When are the subclass 3.0s? I don't know, excited for those though. Because if they're anything like Void 3.0, it's gonna be a lot of fun. That's another thing. As humans, it's literally like bred deep, evolutionary. It's in our DNA that negative things always stick out more than positive things for us. So I think it's also good to remember and try and keep in mind to focus on positive things. Try and point out things you think like Destiny does well. Unless it's a honeymoon period, you know, every game, Destiny, all of them, has a little honeymoon period where, like, it can't do any wrong. Everything's great. And then, you know, like, fast forward a week in the subreddit, and it's like, the dude walks, it's that community thing where he, like, walks in with the pizza, everything's on fire. Suddenly every post is like, this is garbage. I can't believe. It's just like, whoa, what happened? But that's unavoidable. I fall prey to it, too. It's actually a pretty interesting display, too, of kind of like serotonin and stuff in the human brain, and how we rubber band the same way. We want that dopamine high, those dopamine levels. We get big hits, like, ooh, unga boonga, me brain like. And then we don't quite start to get the same dopamine levels. You know, things hit not the same because literally they just can't. Our body gets used to it. And what some people don't know is for every high your, like, dopamine level hits, just know it has to rubber band. physically, you don't have an unlimited store of dopamine. You use some, you got to get it back. So that's kind of part of it too. You honeymoon phase, boom, dopamine. Then you kind of start playing it, kind of wears off, you get a little jaded, boom, you hit that bottom. You're like, this game sucks, man. And part of that is a lot of games too. It's hard to tell these days because it's like, oh, just wait until you get the end game. 200 hours later. It's like, what? Then you wait 200 hours. Or for me, 400 hours New World 1 month. Then you get to the end game, you're like, wait a second. Kronk, Cusco. There's no end game. Those are different stories. There's always exceptions to everything. I don't know, I just want to sit down here, tell you guys why you're not seeing as much Destiny. For me, just because, I don't want to play it as much. I'm Grandmaster ready. I've done a Grandmaster. I'm like 200 plus on the season pass, but I've never been. I played more this season than I have most DLCs and seasons. I have kind of checked all the boxes. I've kind of done everything. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll see you season 17. I think that's the next season. I hope I'm saying the right season. And, the occasional trials and stuff. I will admit, as a PvP player, it's a little disheartening. Because I know how much I've enjoyed Destiny PvP and how much I just don't anymore. Sometimes, or like trials, something about trials, man. Granted, I just don't think I've ever really worked well with like respawn based game modes. Okay, we finally got enough though. Okay, so I'll finally be able to craft the pulse rifle. Haha, nice. When I started this video, I had a clearer idea in mind of where I was going, and I just got sidetracked. I can't multitask. That's not news to anybody that's ever watched me. How about this? Maybe this is a takeaway. Try and put as much, if not more, positive energy in the world as you put negative energy. And we all put more negative energy than positive 9 times out of 10, myself included. I'm no exception. I can always be better. You can be better. We can be better. Literally all humans can be so much better. So, love you guys. See you next video.